Turning now to our coronavirus coverage, hospitalizations drop slightly as we closely watch the key numbers. About 12% of Marylanders have tested positive. Today, there are several restrictions being lifted in many parts of the state. WJZ is live in Fells Point. Amy Kawada has a look at the changes. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Lynn. Things are beginning to open up on the road to recovery, and depending on where you live here in the state, plans are a little bit different. But what's the same is starting today, a lot of areas here in the state are opening up outdoor dining, including right here in Baltimore City.
I do not understand why people think I don't understand why anybody thinks anybody wants to lock down.
Protesters shouted down the Montgomery County executive yesterday as he announced reopening plans. They're angry he's not moving fast enough.
Shut down bureaucrats.
In Baltimore City, leaders announced restaurants can begin outdoor dining starting today at 5 p.m. Those without permits for outdoor seating can begin the application process Monday. The city is also working on closing some streets to help out restaurants.
That's going to be targeting small streets, non-arterial roads that do not have public transportation on them.
Starting today, Howard County will allow more businesses to reopen. This morning at 7, retailers, barbers, and hair salons may open at 50% capacity, and churches may resume outdoors for up to 250 people. Harford, Cecil, and Carroll counties will open as much as the law allows. They've been pushing for days to start outdoor dining, as has Ocean City's mayor. The governor will allow it statewide starting today.
We actually believe that if we were allowed to have some outside dining, it would actually help disperse some of the people.
We were pretty desperate.
It's been a rough 3 months for small businesses. Steve Green runs High Mountain Sports in Garrett County. His voice cracked as he described how awful things have been.
March 23rd, we laid off everyone, including myself, which is probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And then we shut down.
He's advocating a new program proposed by Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen that will provide federal grants to businesses who cannot fully reopen to help make their payroll. And mental health is a big topic right now. The state is also rolling out a new support program for those who work in skilled nursing homes and long-term care facilities to help them deal with stress. Live this morning, I'm Amy Kawada for WJZ.
Amy, thank you. Baltimore County officially moves into phase 1 of the governor's recovery plan. Our team coverage continues. Rachel Menitoff with what this means for businesses.
Baltimore County loosens its restrictions. Restaurants like Michael's Cafe are preparing to welcome customers to their outdoor patio.
This puts us on life support going forward.
Starting Friday at 5 o'clock, restaurants are allowed to open up outdoor seating options. County Executive Johnny Olszewski says he will conditionally approve all permit applications for restaurants to expand outdoor table service on their premises, but asks that people continue to social distance and wear masks in public places.
I think that's great. We're going to try to get probably another 20, maybe 25 tables out in our parking lot.
Retail stores, barber shops, and hair salons and houses of worship can also partially reopen. The county executive says virtual and outdoor services prove to be the safest right now.
I encourage all faith leaders to be prayerful about if, how, and when they choose to resume larger in-person services.
And for you movie lovers, Maryland's oldest drive-in movie theater will also resume its feature film. The owner of Benji's Drive-In in Middle River says he's hoping to launch its summer season sometime next week with fewer patrons, masks, and social distancing. D. Edward Vogel says they've been closed since the beginning of the stay-at-home order, and that's because of a technicality which put the drive-in theater in the same category as indoor movie theaters.
Sinking in now. Only because I had such a horrible time trying to figure out what's holding them back.
And Johnny Olszewski says if these new measures have a negative impact on public health, the county won't hesitate to reconsider the order. Reporting in Baltimore County, I'm Rachel Menitoff for WJZ.
There are 13 new places in Maryland to get tested for the coronavirus without leaving your car. CVS is expanding its drive-through testing sites, bringing the total number statewide up to 30. It's part of the pharmacy's plan to open 1,000 testing sites nationwide in the next few days. Each site uses self-swab kits, and some of the new locations include Annapolis, Baltimore City, Havre de Grace, and Essex. Live Casino and Hotel is getting ready to reopen its doors. It just released its Play It Safe plan for the eventual reopening. The casino will only allow up to half of its occupancy in order for social distancing. Some slot machines will also be disabled and plexiglass will be installed. Everyone will have to wear a mask and get their temperature checked. Everything will be sanitized and staff will undergo COVID-19 training. Gyms are still closed, but many are finding creative ways to stay connected with members. And now that includes taking fitness classes outside. The Y in Pasadena is one of 4 locations now offering exercise classes in their parking lots with some extra safety precautions. Everyone is social distancing with only 9 students for every 1 instructor.
One woman, she said, right when the class started, she began to cry because she missed the Y so much, missed seeing people and interacting with us. We want to remove the concept of isolation, so we want people to get out. And if we can do it in a safe manner, why not?
Staff for the Y in Central Maryland are eagerly waiting for the okay from the state to reopen their facilities. Right now, they're working on taking precautionary steps like reorganizing buildings to promote social distancing and also nonstop cleaning. WJZ has everything you need to know about the pandemic, including resources for unemployment, where to get tested, and the basic facts. Go to WJZ.com and look under top stories for a list of resources.